Anyway. You know, I didn't promise myself. I just thought that it would be more effective if I weren't so chummy with the camera here. Um, Instead of hey guys, ha 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 ha, just like yes and this that and the, so all right, I'm back. It's been like a year. I've been busy, but it's like it just feels right. You know, it just feels right for me to be this. It's how's my okay, I did. Let's just checking the hair. See, I have a different camera. This is welcome to Actuality Update HD. Yeah, I'm not gonna use any music because I'm sick of the whole you don't have the rights to this music, so we pulled the audio. It's like, okay, YouTube, you wanna like be a stickler, I'm just gonna jump right into it. Here's a creative entropy. I'm going to be discussing things of this sort. Inflation. I'm bringing it back to the old school. All right, inflation, poverty, drugs, political corruption, and then I'm going to get into the advanced topics of fallacy of a finite existence. Why go with it? Why even lie? Why even limit yourselves? We're going to get to that in just a moment. All right. So I'm going to keep a mental image of these things that I'm erasing, and hopefully this board doesn't look too. It does look kind of gross. Here, I'm going to clean it because I feel like it. I just feel like it, and I'm not going to stop talking. Anyway, all right, yeah, yes, nice and white and clean. Bright, clear. That's what we want. Yeah. Yes. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Anyway, this is a bit, by the way. It's a character. I mean, come on. The camera's on. I'm not gonna be like hammy. Okay. Anyway. Anyway. Oh yeah. Oh. All right. That's good enough. All right. This is kind of a roundup. I've been gone for a year. I've been working on some stuff, and you'll see those things soon. I've been crafting my approach. And it's coming. Don't worry. It's going to come in the form of a website. And so I'm going to have a website, and on that website, I will be publishing a web comic. I'm hard at work. I've been working at my job, at my Control World job. That is delivering pizzas, so that I could buy all of the equipment that I need to do the webcomic and the website, and it was expensive. I bought a new computer. I got a new computer here. I've got a new camera. I mean, anyway. So I'm just gonna dive right in. This is bothering me. Inflation. All right. What is inflation? What the fuck is going on with inflation? Huh? Gas. I put premium in my car because I drive a Passat 1.8T turbo. Got a turbo Passat. Gas is like at the nice gas stations it's like $4.13, but like in Bethesda, it's like $4.99, and it's just like hovering there. $4.99. Oh yeah, like we're almost gonna get to $5, folks. Oh, not yet. So we're not at $5 yet. But when I was first driving, gas was around about $1.20 for plus. I wasn't driving a high-performance vehicle back then. I was driving around in an Oldsmobile, a Delta 88 Royale, 84. And it was about $1.20, but maybe like $1.26 for plus. This is like 1996 to 1999, right? Then there was this other gas. This is like in Rockville. I'm driving around Rockville, Maryland, and gas is about this much up until about 2000 something. And there was this one gas station over by White Flint, and the gas was like getting so close to $2, and we would all go, "What is this? $2 gas? $2 a gallon? $2? Ridiculous!" It's like they're going into the the ridiculous zone, right? $2, unheard of. Who's ever gonna get gas at that place, right? And that was like around like 2000, maybe 2001 ish. Now the thing is, I was born in 76. Anyway, I was born in 76, and coming around in 76, we had video games. They were 25 cents a game. Pac-Man. Then Street Fighter 2 came out, and that was 50 cents a game. That was like 1992-ish, maybe 93. Alright. So, like, it doubled. Like, candy bars are 50 cents, too. Candy bars, 50 cents. Video games, 25 cents. Street Fighter 2, 50 cents. Alright? I get it. They're putting more effort into the game. Street Fighter 2 is much more complex than Pac-Man. It's going to be twice as much, 50 cents. And they're not going to take nickels and dimes. You're not going to pay 35 cents for Street Fighter 2. It's going to be 50 cents. Then there was some sort of Sega 3D like holographic game, and that was $1. Don't think that you know me. I can't let people get too attached thinking that they know who I am, that they're... that's better. This one's done. Anyway, holographic video games. $1. Alright. Then later, like, you get the ride games. I mean, like, holographic video games, plus car, like, sit-down car games. Like the skateboarding game, whatever, it's like this giant contraption, and you're like riding a skateboard, and you're ollieing, and it's like, all right, that's $1, right? And that's the limit. I mean, they're like now there are no arcades, like in America, in Japan, still arcade games, but now you go to Dave and Buster's, and you charge up your card, and you just swipe it, and it could be anything, maybe $2 a game. Maybe $1.75. It's kind of like, is it going to get to like $5? So, gas, $5. Right? What's that? Greg, that's inflation. Uh-huh. So, that means that you're adjusting the minimum wage, which was about $5 an hour back in 1999. Alright. And now it's what, 7? It's like $7 an hour? That's great. Minimum wage is $7. I work for tips, so I don't even, I get paid an hourly wage that varies from like $2 to $5, and then I get paid in tips, so I haven't really been keeping track of of what the minimum wage is actually at. I'm wearing shorts today. Anyway, I have this new computer here, but it's loud. I didn't feel like, having it on for this. So I have my laptop here. Anyway. I could have used my smartphone, most likely, but, I'm using my laptop. Anyway, well, I'll get an exact reading here on what the minimum wage is now, but it's this is the oops. So inflation is just some bullshit. Hold on. Because they adjust the minimum wage. So this is earth-shattering. Hold on. So this is Actuality update. All right? These are all of the things that are just hanging out there, not being discussed. And all right, it's $7.25. All right, so minimum wage is $7.25, and gas is $5 a gallon. We'll say it's like around four. I'll give them $4.25. All right. Now, here I'm gonna type in minimum wage. In 1999. Okay, there we go. All right, so it was like $5.15 back in 1999. All right, and gas was around $2 max. Like we'll say in 1999 gas was like $1.60 or something. Oh well. I closed my laptop and then it went into this. Anyway, it went into sleep mode. Okay, it's in sleep mode. Anyway, it's there's this thing. Now I'm explaining why that weird little interaction just happened, but it's in sleep mode. You don't care. Anyway, so we've got this. All right, gas prices are going up, and I'm using gas because it's real, right? It is the real indicator of how much shit is. Also, the price of a Wendy's Monterey Ranch or a Asiago Ranch chicken club sandwich is like $5 and some change, and it used to be like $4 or whatever. Like just the sandwich, not the meal. All right, so it's like, well, I'm just gonna use gas because everybody drives pretty much in this world, and it is the real indicator of how much shit is. Now check it out. Oh, don't worry, we've raised the minimum wage. Oh, gas prices are double. It's more than double, right? So gas is more than double what it was 10 years ago. We'll say 15 years ago. 14, roughly 15 years ago. So roughly 15 years ago, gas was like less than $2. We'll just say it's $2. We'll round up. $2. Gas has doubled. Minimum wage has only gone up $2. So minimum wage should be $10.50 to adjust for the gas prices. But it's only $7.25. So the powers that be, I don't even want to say they're the powers that be, but the asshole prick shitheads of the universe go, we'll say minimum wage is $7.25 and gas is up to almost $5. It's even more than it's more than we'll say it has more than doubled. So it's times 2 plus and minimum wage up like what is that? 20%? You know? So it's like 200+% versus, hold on. it's like 20%. It isn't because I don't know like the math. It's because my head is full of information that I'm constantly processing. I'm doing this, that, and the other thing. It's this. All right, so $5 minimum wage goes up $2. That's 40%. Anyway, so 40% versus the 200%, or is it 100%? We'll say 100. Well, if it's 40%, it's 100%. Hold on, $2, and now it's 400. So if we do the same math, it's like it goes up to it doubles. If the minimum wage doubles, and that's $5 more, that's 100. All right. So gas goes up 100%. It doubles. Minimum wage goes up 40%. What's going on here? It's like the government and the gas companies, and who is it? Who could it be? There's a lot of attention. Hold on. I don't like I don't like cutting because I feel like it's like, oh, what happened in between the cuts? You know, I'm gonna go get a drink. Just think about this. Look at these numbers. You know, look at these numbers, the dates and the numbers. All right, think about it. I'll be right back. Like 10 seconds. Woo! Anyway. There's a lot of additions to what I'm doing that are being made. Does that make any sense? I don't think it does. It doesn't make sense if I don't tell you about things that are happening in the dream world. Anyway. All right. So, what am I doing? This is high def, 1080p. It's going to be 1080p. If it's not 1080p, it'll definitely be at least 720p, but it should be 1080p. I'm recording at 1080p. I'm not going to skimp. You need to see all of this shit. All right? So, once again, where we left off, minimum wage has gone up 40%. Gas has gone up 100%. Gonna take all of this down. And then video games, oddly enough, back when the Sega Saturn came out, and this is around 1997-ish? Is that right? 97? Sega Saturn? I should just leave this thing on. The Sega Saturn in 1997 was $400, and the PlayStation 4 is supposed to be $400. Like, that's fucking awesome. So there's kind of a war going on. I erased the big exclamation point, but still, the basic theme of this video is what the fuck is going on. So this video is to bring everyone up to speed on what the fuck is going on in the world. So, I had a thing. Alright. So, actuality update. Yay, here we are. What the fuck is going on? Inflation. Now, some things like, some old people have told me that they used to be able to get an ice cream sundae for a nickel, right? But if that's so, like, what does like a see if you go to like Home Depot or some sort of hardware store and you just need to buy like a bolt, you know, what does a bolt cost as opposed to an ice cream sundae? So you have to like, you know, expand the dollar so that if you pay 7 cents for a bolt, then an ice cream sundae is like, you know, $6. You know, I just need like a washer. Oh, that's you know, 7 cents. So if the washer is 7 cents, then the bolt is like, you know, 17 cents. Ice cream sundae is $6. So right around like 1999, the dollar got to just about the right size so that the washer is like 7 cents, and you know what do you get for a penny? Pennies and nickels. I mean, you can't, if you don't want to, you know, like maybe if this is like a rubber washer versus a plastic washer, there's nothing that's really a penny these days. But you do need the pennies to, you know, make the difference between 5 cents and 7 cents. So the dollar, and also in 1999, this is an excellent indicator though. An ounce of weed was $400. So it's like gas and weed, or gas and grass, right? And I'm not going to bring up any like pricing on ass because I don't pay for ass. I wouldn't know what the going rate is. But gas and grass are the good indicators of the price things. So grass has not really gone up. You could still get an ounce of really good weed for $400. It all depends on how much, and I'll get into weed. Weed is the next subject I'll cover. But you know, gas has gone up 100%. Grass has gone up maybe like 2%, like maybe 425, 450. If somebody tries to charge me $500 for an ounce, oh, whoa, you know, I'd pay like I'd maybe go like 420 max, but you know, it's still basically like it's like 50 to 60 an eighth, and then like 100 to 120 a quarter, and then like a half should be like 200, and then an eighth should be 400. This shit has not really changed, you know, in 10 years. 15, we'll say like 15 years. We'll say 14 years, all right? Anyway, we'll say 14 years. Hold on. 1 second. Now, let's think about this in real time. You know, let's think about this. The drugs have not gone up, have hardly gone up at all. So, where we should be is gas should just come back down to $2. Minimum wage should stay at $7.25. You know, just because these fucking rich motherfuckers can handle it. And then like I'll just say min wage, all right? And then the weed should stay at, well, should it stay at $4? Anyway, should it stay at 400 an ounce? We'll discuss that in a moment. I'll be right back with something. I'm still looking for the something. All right. I need this like I have this thing, and this is like an ice pack that came with some sort of fruit thing we got in the mail. I got in the mail that was gotten in the mail at this residence, and that goes into this insulated baggie, and then the drinks go into the bag, and the drinks stay nice and cold perpetually, or as long as that ice pack stays icy. Hold on, folks. Woo! There are, that's the weird thing. The dream world projections attempting to create a persona that I don't wish to be conveyed through my mannerisms. Anyway, that's all. I'll discuss that next. I've got like 3 hours on this thing. I'm gonna cut it up into different chapters. But I recently updated my YouTube account. I can post videos more than 15 minutes now. You can just let it roll, and the view counts, are not going to be staggered anymore. Oh man. Once again, I really shouldn't be sharing my secret with you all. I keep looking at this stupid monitor. I can't help it. Control freak. I'm looking at everything's framed up perfectly. But once again, 100% juice, strawberry banana, V8 V Fusion. It is so good. And I gotta give a shout out to the Campbell's. What is it? Campbell's. I know it's Campbell's, but whatever they're called, the Campbell's Soup Company. Campbell's Soup. I so would have gotten that. Okay, anyway. Once again, sometimes I get lost in that character, Anyway. I can't let people get too close to me. Now, if marijuana were decriminalized, that price would come down quite a bit, $400 an ounce. You'd most likely only pay about $100 an ounce for high-grade marijuana if it were legalized. Or I don't want to say legalized because legalized equals like control and taxing. I want it decriminalized, like it's tomatoes. You don't have to it's not regulated. I don't want marijuana to be regulated at all. It should be like cinnamon. So, anyway. But it should only be sold, it should only be grown, it's like, if you want to grow marijuana indoors, it's something that you won't really even know how to do or be able to do. I don't want to say be able to do, but you're not going to know or be able, you're not going to know or be able to grow marijuana until you're into your teens at least, and most likely not until after you're 20, because you need if it's decriminalized, first of all you need to live with people who are into it. Then you need to buy the equipment and know how to grow it and know how to do everything, and before you're 16 you don't even know how to eat pussy. So there's a lot of shit that you need to learn how to do before you learn how to grow weed. So it's just going to naturally be something that you don't really do until you're in your 20s anyway. Now outdoor, it's outdoor you're going to throw some seeds into the ground and try to grow outdoor weed. It's really something that you're not going to do until you're in your 20s. Hold on. Anyway, so inflation is just a tool. Well, it's at a breaking point right now. So inflation is at the breaking point. Actually, everything is at the breaking point. That's why I decided to record some more videos. So, the breaking point is this. The rich fuckers are so rich, and they just want to stay rich, and they don't want to redistribute their wealth among the people in any way, shape, or form. Partly because they don't know how to. They want to stay rich, but they don't want to they don't want to be complete total bad guys, but they can't really help that because they're so rich. They're so rich, but they're not doing anything, and they don't know. They know how to make more money, but. And then they're just doing some fake shit to try and make it seem like they're doing something. I donated money to the cause, to the whatever, to this Christian Children's Fund or to the whatever. I built a hospital. Like, that's just really nothing. You know, like it's like in like the mid '80s, there was something called Live Aid, right? It's where all these bands came out and they played this mega concert to help the starving people of Africa. Where's Live Aid 2, 3? Oh, sorry, Lollapalooza! You know, we just sponsored by Cisco Systems. You know, it's like live. It's like We Are the World. Remember We Are the World? Anyone? We are the. Oh, I didn't actually get. There's like a 7-second rule. If I only sing like 0.5 seconds of a song, they can't get me. But We Are the World and Live Aid, and I'm kind of transitioning into. Hold on, I'll get back to this. It'll stay up here so I won't forget. Like I ever do that. Anyway, but inflation, right now, they're trying to fuck us. They're going, oh, gas prices are going up. And how high can we get gas prices before people revolt and start killing oil executives? Huh? $5? Too high. Ooh, $4.10. I can handle that, but... Oh, you can handle it? Okay, $4.10 it is. Why doesn't it come down to $2? Oh, because it's a limited resource. Oh, is it? Yeah, it's made from dinosaur blood. What? No, it isn't. Yes, the science says it's made from fossil fuels. Oil is made from dinosaurs that got trapped in tar pits, and then they turned into oil. No. This is a little controversial, but, you know, I just feel like putting it out there. Oil, Earth is kind of a living thing. And it produces oil like we produce blood. And, you know, there's just always going to be more oil. It just ain't ever going to run out. Anyway, so while they try to tell us that it is going to run out, and then here's this. There's a, once we decriminalize weed, then we can make methanol, you know, from the plant matter of the weed stalks that are otherwise useless to people who smoke it. And so we should be exploring this, you know, as an alternative source of fuel. You know, we should be growing weed like we grow corn. Like, you know, like America, the weed country, you know, America should be weed country. Anyway, but for now, you know, they're fucking us on the gas prices. Paying $4 for gas, 100% price increase from 15 years ago, and minimum wage is only up 40%. So they're just juggling those two things and just bleeding people dry. All right? So juggling minimum wage and gas, bleeding us dry. What do we do? Something, you know? Like, we can do something. The problem is so big, Greg. Oh, look. The problem is... Anyway. Don't worry about those little, like, anyway moments. It's like I do something, and then something happens in dream world. You know, oh, he's doing this, and then I go, anyway. So, you know. Disregard. Anyway. So they're bleeding us dry. What do? We can elect officials who will regulate the pricing of gas. You know, they tax tobacco enough. Anyway. But they tax tobacco enough. They tax, there's all this Medicare, Medicaid. All that stuff is, that's all, Some of those drugs are actually legitimate. But a lot of the mind shit, the fucking Zyprexa, I just watched Side Effects. And like, anyway. But like Zyprexa, and then like whatever, what is it, Prozac, and it's Celexa, and then Paxil was another one. Alright? These are just nothing. It's the dream world stuff that I keep telling you about, that I keep referring to. It's like you take a pill, you take a Zyprexa pill, and all it does, it's like you're losing. You're saying, I don't know how to fix what's wrong with me, but these guys made a pill that will fix it. And those guys, the people who make those pills are just like, lighting candles and wearing robes and shit going, oh, spirits, whoever takes a Zyprexa pill, go into their brain minds, go into their dream terminals, and project all of your fix their problem stuff at them, and make them feel like they can live again. Yeah. And then it doesn't work. People, kill themselves, and it's like, because they're basically corrupting your mind terminal, which isn't real science, according to them, with bullshit. Oh, these are chemicals, and they act with your brain chemicals, and the receptors of your blah, blah, blah. That's just bullshit science. It is. Anyway, so that's coming up too, but just bear with me, because it's good stuff. Like, all this makes sense. All that supernatural stuff, well, it's a little... No, that makes sense too. Just hold on. All right, let's see. Inflation. I kind of want to go in order as to... I had them all written down. Alrighty. Inflation, what's up next? Poverty. Alright. Poverty. Drugs. Political corruption. It's all in there. Thousand finance. Alright, here it is. So what do? We gotta run. First, some of you have to run for office. Alright? Some of you who understand this, run for office. And then everyone else, vote for us. Yeah? Vote for the people who understand all this shit. Oh yeah, this shit, Live Aid and We Are the World. Like, everybody wants to just ship a bag of rice to Egypt, but they don't want to, like, control the infrastructure, They don't want to, like, shape society in Africa to make it more closely resemble America. Oh, let's teach all of these people how to, like, form a government, a governing system. No, we don't want to disturb their, like, cultural, like, but we'll send them a bag of rice. Oh, they just always want to be poor. It's like they're perpetually starving and emaciated and like, oh, give us money. And it's like, okay, we're gonna turn you into like an American colony. And you're all gonna look, no! What's the deal? There's kind of a weird like spirit world con going on there. Alright? Oh, that seems so like unlikely. Hold on, the linchpin is coming. And I know most of that's in my other videos, but this is HD. Anyway, so, you know what I'm saying. People are more likely to watch something in HD than standard def. 480? 480? No. Anyway. Alright, so they're juggling. Alright, that's what... Inflation is just the juggling of the minimum wage and the gas prices. And they're going, and then everything else in between, but, gas is the real indicator. $4, almost $5 for premium. Minimum wage up 40%. 100, like, here's gas. Here's gas. And then here's here. I'm looking at the thing, obviously, but here's gas. Here's minimum wage. Gas up 100%. Minimum wage up 40. You're being fucked, everybody. All right. So, all right. So we've got inflation down. All right. Inflation down. All right. I'll just write these up here because I don't want to look at my thing. But poverty, and then weed, and then what is it? Anyway. And then we got the fallacy of finite existence, and then something else. Hey, don't zone out, guys. I'm constantly always doing things that are relevant to what I'm doing. Oop. Political corruption. All right, so I basically took a list of things that I wrote down on the board before I started recording, and I just mashed them into one thing. So it's like, the political corruption, and then FOF, and then, FOF. Why? Why do people go with it? Why are people pretending? All right, hold on. And entropy, creative entropy, and then jumping the shark. All right, so creative entropy is something. It's called jumping the shark. You don't really need to see this stuff. I mean, I'm writing it pretty small, but it's really just for me. So I'll write it bigger over here. So we're at the breaking point. All of this shit is coming together, and run for office, vote for us, vote for the people who understand this stuff, and you know where they're getting it. If somebody comes out and goes, "They're fucking us," you know that they're just like pretending they're me. They're fucking us, everyone. Why don't I run? I've got movies to make, people. I'm gonna rather than run for some sort of preconceived position, I'm creating my own position. This. Anyway, so yeah, Live Aid, We Are the World. It's like a Band-Aid. The real solution is to change them completely and just make everybody American colonies, and then use my America model so that they're not all just like imbalanced social systems or systems where you have like the top 2%. First we change America and then we make the rest of the world America. So that's how we do it, right? That's how we, poverty. Here's how we solve the poverty problem, all right? The 2%, the top 2%. There's a lot of stuff on YouTube you guys can watch. There's a new video I just saw where they made a chart where it's like here's this, and then there's the rest of the people out here, and then these people so high, so much money, they make so much money, and then this is how poor America is, and then this is, it's fucking ridiculous. What do we do about this? There's a very controversial idea I came up with, which is take a lot of money away from the people, tax them 80%, that would only leave them with, they get a yearly income of X amount of millions of dollars. Anybody that makes more than $10 million a year can survive on $2 million a year. So, 10 mil equals 2 mil. Live on that. But I wanted to buy a fleet of boats, a fleet of yachts, and I wanted to pilot my yachts around, Martha's Vineyard or wherever, So it's the joke is I've never actually been to Martha's Vineyard. I know it's where Clinton used to go. I just don't give a fuck enough. But so it's you can live off of 2 mil a year. But what if I want to have a Japanese, Kobe beef steak, every night? for the whole year. Plus escargot, or not escargot, caviar, beluga caviar, and also play like, the slots or, whatever, Bonko, whatever that fucking shit James Bond plays. Anyway, I want all my money. It's like, oh, guess what? All of these people, they're just like, oh, what can we do? Well, there's all these riots happening in like, wherever, Egypt and some other place, Istanbul. People are upset, but what are they going to do about it? Are they going to listen to me? They should. Oh, but I'm a little controversial with my, like, dream world stuff. All right, I'll get to that in a second. Hold on, folks. But meanwhile, let's tune into this shit. What just happened there? I'll explain it someday. Anyway, so, breaking point. Oh, we got so much money. We need to, maybe I should run for president. Then I'd just be working with a bunch of assholes who will shoot down every idea I have. So we need to completely repopulate the House and Senate and President with my people. And they'll just listen to what I'm saying. So it's like I'll be like, running the universe without having to put on a suit and, have a gavel, order. No, I want to be making movies. So we need to completely repopulate the House and Senate and President, all the different branches of the government, and then go, hey, rich fuckers, these are also Americans, and you have way too much money. You invented Facebook? That's wonderful. I pick on that guy because he's just some guy who ripped off some other guys, according to a movie I saw. And he's like, yeah, I've got $10 billion. Oh, you got $10 billion, kid. That's great. And what are you doing? I bought a Lamborghini that's like $500,000 or something, maybe $1 million. And then I just totaled it. And I didn't even have insurance for it. I drove off the lot, and then I just remembered an episode of Dukes of Hazzard I saw when I was a kid, and I was like, yeehaw! And I just like, I fucked it up. But anyway, I could buy like 7,500 of them. Yeah, but they don't make enough Lamborghinis for me to buy. I'm so rich, All right, Facebook guy, why don't you just like, give your money to me, and I could just redistribute it and build things and start organizations that aren't just designed to, put a Band-Aid on something. Everything out there is just a Band-Aid. Homeless shelters. Why don't we rehabilitate these people? They don't want to, they want to be homeless. Oh, that's great. Why don't we put them in some sort of camp? Because they're just bleeding people. They're just out there on the medians. I'm homeless, give me money. Oh yeah, thank you. Get a fucking job. I can't get a job because why? I'm lazy. Nobody will hire me because I'm a felon or whatever. Wow, who wrote these laws? Right? So yeah, it's basically like take a hit for the team, super rich people. Another thing to end poverty, decriminalize weed. I was thinking of something else. I'll call it marijuana. All right? Hold on, folks. Anyway, if we decriminalize marijuana, then all of those homeless people can be put on the fucking plantations, and then they can work. They're not going to be slaves, though. They will be compensated fairly, at the going rate $10 an hour, harvesting marijuana plants. Put them out there. Get them out there, It's not something that, you have to, manicure. It's something that has to be done by hand. That's why marijuana is so expensive, you got to do all that stuff by hand. Manicure, you got to cut the plants down, and dry the plants, and then, after you get the plants, you can't just have some sort of, machine. You can't just drive a tractor and like cut down all the plants and then like everything gets just bunched up and then you got to sift through the stuff and pick out all the flowers. No. It's very labor intensive work, and all of the people who are poor and who need jobs who aren't getting paid, they could just do that. Decriminalize marijuana. That'll work, right? Oh, but Greg, marijuana is a drug. Marijuana is a drug. Coffee is also a drug. Caffeine. Caffeine is a drug. Nicotine is a drug. Alcohol. Is it a drug? It's something. People drink it and they feel good. It's a drug. Chocolate's a drug. Drug. Some people would argue that oxygen is a drug. Oxygen really isn't a drug. This stuff, not a drug. This is I've already explained this, but for the new people, I don't drink it like this because I feel like I'm a little baby with a baby bottle, so I put it into a smaller. They call these bottles, but I put it into a smaller bottle and drink it. Also, it's easier to put into that little bag, into this thing. Hey guys, it's interesting to me. Anyway, I put it into this thing. There's 2 different flavors of juice I have in this thing. That's so good. But this is fuel. This is nothing but pure energy. It's like it takes, fruit plants, takes the energy of the sun and filters it into a delicious snack or food stuff that we can take the energy from the sun into our bodies via. So a strawberry is basically like our version of the sun. It's energy. We eat the strawberry and that gives us energy, and it's basically that. If you just go out into the sun, to the middle of a desert and try to absorb the energy from the sun, it'll just cook you and kill you. So, you want the most efficient way of powering yourself? It's not coffee and cigarettes. That shit'll just destroy you. It's 100% juice and meat, really. There's also vegetable stuff in here. So it's a combination of vegetable juice, like potatoes. It's got sweet potatoes, carrots, tomatoes, beets. And, then it also has strawberries and bananas. It's got 50% of your vitamin A, 100% of your vitamin C, and then 2% calcium, 2% iron, 4% magnesium, 15% vitamin E. All natural, no sugar added. It's delicious. It's what everybody should be drinking, consuming. I know, a lot of people give me shit. Oh, hey, we make Coca-Cola, we make Dr. Pepper, you should drink some soda. It's just going to rot your teeth, and, it's like a high fructose corn syrup. It's not good for you at all. It is good every once in a while, though. I do have a Dr. Pepper and a birch beer every once in a while. Dr. Pepper a little less these days because, it's a drug. It's like, wow, I'm so much more efficient with this thing, But anyway, marijuana is the best drug. I don't even want to say it's a drug. It's really some sort of magic, thing. But anyway, if we decriminalize marijuana and put kind of like a salary cap on all these rich fuckers, and it's like healthcare can be free, and then it's really the healthcare that tells you to go smoke some weed and manage your dream world mind terminal, actual accurate science, as opposed to bullshit science, and efficient running of the government, which will under my expert excuse me, but under my what's this, control, anyway, but under I wave away all the people that's like, oh, he doesn't know what to say. But anyway, but under my care, so it's like, gas versus minimum wage, and then super, I'll say super rich, but then people will say, like, you mean the wealthy, super wealthy and rich. What are they doing? They're just building casinos, and they're building luxury hotels, and like they're just building, and all these people, I'll just draw this again, but all these people, hey, I gotta make car payments. If I miss a payment, they'll repo my car. Hey, I gotta pay rent. If I miss rent, they'll evict me. It's like, so it is such a shit world for all these people here. Actually, it's like this. There's this. Actually, this is all right. These people are doing all right. These people, they're like hang gliding. Like in Hawaii. For some reason, I feel like hang gliding is the most, fuck off world activity a rich person can do, hang gliding, that's great, hang gliders. Yes, okay, they're hang gliding on hang gliders made of like, negotiable bearer bonds, Woo! Okay, no. They're just hang gliding. It doesn't need to be made of diamonds or anything. They're just hang gliding the days away. And then they're buying jets. And, I got the new G5. I don't know. It's been a while. There might be like a G7 or something. I don't know. But like, they've got, they've got everything. They've got so much that they can like, have like noise dampening headphones that block out all the people crying, I need more food, Like a good indication is this. I deliver pizza. And the really poor people, they really shouldn't be ordering Domino's at all. They should be ordering like Manny and Olga's or Besta Pizza, some sort of cheaper alternative to Domino's. But no, they choose to order Domino's and then stiff the driver and not give me a tip. The weird thing is, some rich people, they don't stiff me, but they only give me like, $2 or $3. And it's like the almost have it pretty good. It's like the have it all rights and almost have it all right people that give me like $5 on a $14 pizza order. Those people, like the people who know, $5 on a $14 order. It's like $14.70. Here's a 20, just keep it. Awesome. Really poor people, here's $1. Thanks. Or here's nothing, Thank you, Oh, that's great. These guys don't even order pizza. Sometimes, when I drive around in Bethesda and deliver pizza, some of these people, they're all right. I mean, most of these people don't even live around here. These people, they don't live around here. They live in New York. They live in wherever. Fucking, in castles. Maybe not castles. Don't think that I'm that personality thing, people. I'm really close to this. Part of it is I don't want people to get too personal, to think that I'm their little personal, like, news guy. Oh, that's great. You don't know me. I'm not your friend. Anyway, so, but I am somebody you should listen to. And obey. Okay, anyway. No, but somebody you should listen to. And, factor all this information, alright? Here comes the good stuff. Poverty, if we just take this, cut it, and then, redistribute all of this to all of these people, then these people become like this. Like, we want it to look like this. Actually, it's probably going to look like this is better, Because some people work harder than others. Excuse me. But some, rather than, excuse me, but just a moment, So rather than like, it's not communism, because communism doesn't work, obviously, because some people do more work than others. Oh, but what about, okay, those people don't do more work, they just figure out some sort of way to like bleed people, and then they make billions of dollars. So it's like, oh, I just came up with some new pharmaceutical. All right, you did a lot of work there. You deserve like, $100,000 a year. A year, like, do they have to maintain? We manufacture those drugs. Oh, that's great. But like your profit margin, as opposed to your profit margin is so much greater than what you're putting into the product that you're really ripping everyone off. So there's a I don't want to say it's a fine line, but there's a huge line between like people who work more, who do more, like filmmakers. Like, I want to make films. I don't want to make the same amount of money as I did delivering pizzas, making films. But there are the people who, run the gas companies and the cable companies, let's just jack up prices even more. Like, some stuff is like okay, but like if people are going to be like, it should look more like this. Well, here's the thing. I'm not an average person. And if I were this person, which I feel I should be, oh yeah, why should you be that? Because if I'm this person, I can use all of this to make this and not this. Think about it. So poverty, that's me covering poverty. Super rich and wealthy, anyway, minimum wage, breaking point. All right, and then I had political corruption up here, and that's covered in the weed angle coming up right now.